Welcome to your all-in-one podcast show, where we speak to heal, to teach, to inform, and to educate. Get ready as we dive into today's episode. My name is Brittany Funky. You can call me Funky Speaks, your favorite host. Alright, welcome back to today's show. I remember the last time I had a question. Somebody asked me this. When do you think it is time to cut off? All right, our first episode, I talked about giving people grace. And I had a lot of questions. When do you think it is time to let them go? And that hit me hard because I suffered a lot with letting people go. Because I have an attachment style that's very... It's somehow that I don't know how to place it, but I had to work on it. When I'm close to somebody and I give somebody my time, attention, my concern, love, and everything, to detach from the person is a serious problem. But I had to learn this because it takes a lot of strong will, a firm decision, and a very, very high sense of emotional intelligence to let people go. Now, how or when do you know it's time to let them go? First question, why are you letting them go? For what reason? Because most times we want to let people go thinking they are the problems, not even knowing that we are the ones. So I made a post, it was yesterday, and I said something. Most times we feel like people are the reasons for the issues we have in our various relationships, be it emotional relation, family relationship, whatever kind of relationship. We always feel like it is the opposite person, the other person who is the reason for why the relationship is not going well. Now, we don't try to trace back what we are doing. That probably could be the reason why the relationship is not going well. Now, why do you want to cut off? Is the thing taking away your peace? If it's taking away your peace, I advocate for you to cut off. Because that is the first thing. That is the most important thing you need in your life, your peace. If there's any relationship, if there's anything in your life that takes away your peace, please cut it off. With all due respect, honorably move away. Walk away from that situation. Because your peace, it enhances your mind to be sane. If your peace is not intact, your sanity is at stake. You will lose your mind. Don't be walking and talking off and talking somehow because your peace is not intact. So if there's anything that takes away your peace, I advocate for you to cut it off. That's where you know you should let it go. If you cannot be at rest, please do well. Help yourself to let it go. And when do you think it's time to let it go or to move on, to cut off? Where you feel like you are fully healed. Where you are fully healed, you can just let it go entirely. Sometimes I'll not even allow you to even get to the point where you are fully healed, because healing, it takes a long time. Sometimes you get cut off where you start seeing that it instantly makes your healing process longer. Now, I encountered this in relationships where you go through a heartbreak. I know this one is interesting though. When you go through a heartbreak and you are trying to move on from that heartbreak, there is this tempting desire to want to always go back to the person and ask, why did you do this? Why did this happen? We have to fix it. And there's a high tendency that when you do these things, you are instead hurting yourself. You hurt yourself because you will get the responses you never wanted to hear. I didn't want you. This and that. And then you realize that bleeds you. That tears you apart. That destroys you. It rips you. And now it elapses your healing process. Why not better cut off at that point and stay whole? Stay away. Move away and then heal. So if you see that there's anything that is going to delay your healing process, please move away from that thing. And if there's a toxic relationship, any commitment you are in that is toxic. What is toxicity? Anything that is toxic is what makes you, it is what makes, it sinks you, it drowns you, it drains you, it takes from you. It makes you less of yourself. It devalues you, it dishonors you, it disregards you. So please, you can always walk away from that. Because toxic relationships has a way that it can make you see less of yourself day by day and make you doubt your worth. And I don't think that's how life should be. So anytime something tries to make you feel like you are not worthy, you are not worth it, you are not valuable, you are disregarded and dishonored, then you can kindly carry your bags and walk away. I don't mean your physical bags though. I mean your emotional bag, your mental bag, your psychological bag. Move away from that stuff. Move away from that thing. If it makes you to see less of yourself, you can cut off. Now there is healthy cutting off. Cut off does not mean hate the person or hate the thing. That's why many people get it wrong. You leave a relationship, you leave a friendship, and then you start hating on that person. You cannot talk with somebody. You can still cut off, move away, and walk away, and not hate the person. Because if the person or the thing is not good for you, does not mean it is bad for another. I gave a scenario. Chocolate might disturb me when I eat it. But that does not make chocolate bad. Because another person eats chocolate and they are fine and they are good. So why should you hate chocolate because it affects you? Just don't eat it. But another person consumes it and enjoys it. So cut off if something takes away your value. Cut off if something makes you your healing process elapse. Cut off if something takes away your peace. If it's something or a thing, if it's a thing or a person, cut off from that thing. Sometimes you need your sanity. You need emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is when you are able to let your emotions not control you, but you control it. There are times where you don't need to react to every situation. Yes, you want to give people grace. Yes, you want to love on them. Yes, you want to be there for them. But there are times where you just need to stay back, watch and observe. If the grace you have given them, they abuse it rather than changing from them, please walk as fast as you can, even run. Because you will see that in turn, it will hurt you. So I think these 4 or 5 steps will help you to know when it is time to cut off. As we meet again, or when we get to meet again, we are going to strike and talk on others. May this help you in one way or the other. We hope you learned something new that will help you at one point in life. Please do us a favor by sharing this episode with your friends and follow us on all social media platforms as Brittany Funky. From us to you. See you in the next episode. Bye.